Okay, so Roadhouse, it has now dropped, people. And you know what I mean? What's it going to be like? What is it going to be like? So, this reimagining, I guess I think it is, right, is directed by Doug Liman. It's written by Anthony Bagarozzi and Chuck Mondry. Right, from a story by Bagarozzi, Mondry, and R. Lance Hill. Right, the film is produced by none other than Joel Silver. It's executive produced by Audie Alter, Aaron Ouch, Jonathan Hook, and Alison Winter. Stephen Mirone co-produces, and Brian M. O'Neill line produces. Christopher Beck handled the music, Henry Brown cinematography, Doc Cortez edits the piece, while Joseph Middleton took care of the casting situation. Production design is Greg Berry, Giselle Madeira, Maria Fernanda Munez, and Lorelli Sanez took care of art direction. Dana Pink was costume design. And our cast. Our cast. Well, people, Dalton. Dalton, what's his name? Bear with me for a second. Elwood Dalton is played by Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay, doggy. Let me get to a better list. Ellie is played by Daniela Melchior. We got Frankie, played by Jessica Williams. Her barmaid Laura is played by BK Cannon. Oh, Ellie's dad, the sheriff, is played by Joaquim de Alameda. We got Billy, played by Lucas Gage. Dominic Columbus plays Reef. They both work for Ellie. Okay, so we have got Ben Brandt, played by Billy Magnuson. He's got his hench people. So Mo, played by Arturo Castro. Dell, played by J.D. Pardo. Vince, played by Bo Knapp. And we then have got... Who else do we then got? Let's go Charlie. Right, we got Charlie, played by Hannah Love Lanier. Charlie's dad is Stephen, played by Kevin Carroll. They own a bookshop. We've got we did Reef. There's Carter, played by Austin Post, aka Post Malone. Right? I was, when he came up, I'm like, I recognize that dude. Who the fuck it? And there's Post Malone, obviously. Okay, right? We have got Sam, played by Darren Barnett. Dex, played by Travis Van Winkle. The sheriff's deputy, played by CJ Buzz. Another deputy is played by Franklin Romaro Jr. Clyde is played by Catfish Gene. Outlaw Chad, played by Chad Guerrero. The Dockmaster is played by Craig Nuke. Liquor store owner is played by Joey Coty. We then have got the one of the Ellie's waitresses is played by Elenk Picado. Right, we've got all the UFC people, all the UFC people up in the spot. So Chris Tione and Mark Smith are referees. We have got Bruce Buffer up in the piece, John the Go Anik, David Cormier, DC, Megan O'Leary grace the screen. And, oh man, Jay Haron was up there playing Jax Getaway Harris, which it was good to see old Jay doing his thing, right? Who else did we have? The Breland band were there. So Breland, Harley Denwalter, Stan Cunningham, and Brent Tyler, as well as Natalie Bergman and friends. So Natalie Bergman, Eric Hall, Eliza Hunt, Elliot Bergman, Marcus Medrano, Ches Tropics, Felix Valdez, right? Along with Rocking Dopesy Jr. and Zedeco Twisters. What a name. David Rubin, Alton Rubin Jr., Joseph Swinoir, Michael Anthony Rubin, Patrick Lee Jackson, and Julius Handy, plus the Jelly Joseph Band, right? Angelica Joseph, Albert Allenbach, Francisco Alberto, Max Brunstein, Noah Young, and Brandon Butler. Plus the CC Addock, Tommy McLean, and Lafayette background vocals. So Jason Burns, Chris Hunter, Curly Taylor, CC Addock, and Tommy McLean. So yeah, there's a lot of people involved, right? The gist of the story is this: ex-UFC fighter Elwood Dalton takes a job as a bouncer at a Florida Keys roadhouse, only to discover that his paradise is not all it seems. Oh, now I've got to be honest with you, people. I've not seen the original Roadhouse. Not seen it. You know, right? I always hear mixed things about it. Some people say it's just cheesy. Some people say it's a classic, right? Cult classic gets thrown around. But I just, yeah, for whatever reason, haven't found myself in front of that one. So I was curious, especially when you consider all the history to this remake, right? Because back in 2013, they were talking about it. They were talking about doing Roadhouse, and word came out that they were gonna flip the script on it, right? So Ronda Rousey was going to be the Elwood Dalton character. I don't know, Ellie Dalton. I don't know what they were gonna do with the name or anything, but that never actually came to fruition. Right now, a lot of people say it was because she lost to Holly Holm, right? And Hollywood, the shine went, which is kind of nonsense because if you think about it, Connor, he hasn't, necessarily won a lot lately, but he's a big star. He's a big star, he's a big name. Ronda was a big star, still a big star. So she still could have, but guys, it didn't happen. So, I thought it was dead in the water. But then you find out that, Jake Gyllenhaal's involved and Conor McGregor was going to be cast in it. So that was interesting. Then, right, during, what was it? UFC frack. Oh man, I forget which number UFC it was. Oh, 285, right? The last one at Madison Square Gardens last year. They did filming, which that got me really interested, right? Because it meant you're gonna get an authentic audience, right? All of those components would actually look real. Like in the octagon, the crowd, Buffer, Anik, Cormier, Megan, just all of that stuff. So I'm just like, okay, it sounds like they're really going at this one. And listen, this film isn't going to win awards, right? It's not going to be up for the best film Oscar, but god damn, motherfuckers, it was fun. This was a fun fucking film, right? It there's plenty of just stupid one-liners, like little, you know, like those old 80s films with the catchphrases. Like there's a bit when Knox is just like something about everyone's no, I think Dalton says to Knox, like, oh, you're a shit driver. And Knox is just like, ah, it's the wrong side of the road, mate. It was something along that, but it was funny. It was dumb and it was funny, right? Just Conor McGregor's swagger. Obviously, he's playing it up even more. And when Conor is being Conor, right, he's playing it up. But in this film, he goes uber McGregor. And we get this bombastic performance, which was a lot of fucking fun. Oh, got me sandwiches. Just what the fuck, man? Oh dear, oh dear. Now, obviously, like this is his first role, and he's in a big picture like this. So some of the delivery of lines, you know, a little bit shaky, but where he may slip in places on that front, he brought it in presence. He brought the energy to this role, which really helped, right? Gyllenhaal was great. You know what I mean? The cast was really good. Cast was really good, man. I definitely have to give a huge shout out as well to old young what's her name? Charlie. Hannah Love Lanier. She was great. She was really great as the Charlie character. You know what I mean? She just that little bit, that heartwarming little element, you know what I mean? Just the soul of the film, right? To anchor off of the Dalton character. So that was really nice. You know, just everyone was like Post Malone with was not in it a lot, but just his little bit as Carter was great. You know, Jessica Williams as Frankie, man, just you know, Billy Magson as Ben, man, just everyone just did their thing. Everyone did their thing, right? And what was really good was the fight sequences, right? The fight sequences, but when it went kind of doom-ish. I say doomish because you're then seeing through the eyes of one person, and it's all kind of little hazy, like someone's been rocked a little, and it's just all like ah. And it really added to like you're in the fight, you're moving, you're going, ah, you know. So that was really good. I really like that aspect of it when they did that. Right, the concussion bit on the boat, again, real good, real good. Like there's some bits which you know is going to happen, right? If someone mentions a gator, you know a gator will appear. You know, just bits and bits like that. Like you know a lot of times, yeah, where the story is going to go, it goes there. Right? It goes there. You know you're gonna get, you know, the punch ups and the, you know, the redemptions and just all of this, the love. You know that's coming. But the story is still fun, right? It's frenetic. We got all of this action. And, as a story might go, as I said, it's not winning an Oscar, but it's solid. It's pretty solid, right? There's, funny moments, a lot of funny moments up in the film. There's a real funny end sequence at a hospital. I'll just say that, right? But yeah, I enjoyed the film, people. I really did. We got some music going, some whimsy. You know, you just lose yourself for 2 hours. Lose yourself for 2 hours. Not bored, just you know, cheerfully happy, engrossed in a film, and that's what you need sometimes, right? I don't always need to be thinking about intricate plots, right? I don't always need that. What I do need is something fun that's going to hold my attention, and Roadhouse will do that, right? So, if you want to see if it lives up to all the buzz, right? If you want to see how Conor McGregor does in his acting debut, is Jake Gyllenhaal convincing as a fighter? Well, people, you can check it out. It's on Prime Video, States, US, all over. So, yeah, go get you some Roadhouse.